it's almost as though you have like your own language with like a few of Alright everyone, we just got back from a quick surf, and for the past few hours I've been working on a training course which I'm creating, and it is a training course to become an awesome vlogger. Now, I'll show you the setup and give you a full tour right here, but this course, my goal is to finish it towards the end of September. It's taken a lot of work, but I'll give you a little tour. So, this is, of course, getting lots of different angles for the different shots and stuff. But currently, the camera is set up right there on the tripod. We have this little cord going all the way up here to this GorillaPod mounted on a selfie stick, coming down to the shotgun microphone. That way the audio is much better, because if the closer you get the microphone to you talking, the higher quality it's going to be compared to if it's all the way over there. Do have an ND filter, so nice depth of field, and my dad's computer set up here so I can, like, if I'm doing a screen recording, but if I have like certain top notes that I want to make sure I don't forget, have it on that computer. So it's taking a lot of work, and I'm doing this right while I'm doing this 30-day vlog challenge. So it's a lot of filming, a lot of talking, but it's really fun, feeling very productive. Whoa. Oh yes. In case you speak Spanish, like I mentioned, this entire course is going to be in Spanish. So every time I record a section, I do it in English, then I do it in Spanish. That means also the text and all that also has to be in Spanish. Do a little clip in Spanish. Sí, estoy creando un curso para ser un vlogger increíble. Entonces, si usted habla español y quiere aprender a ser un vlogger, cuando este curso está terminado, te va a ayudar. So, you know, we have the setup here, but have this little hidden cloth to wipe the sweat off of my face, because I do tend to sweat quite a bit. So when I'm not recording, it's like behind the scenes stuff. Water. And also, when I'm not recording, I turn this fan on. Which has been unplugged, but it does. And let me unplug this. Unplug my computer. And there we go. We have a nice fan to keep me nice and cool. You know, don't want this set to get too lit. Well, it's now nearly 6 and still up here working away on this course. Started around 1:30ish, and midway through took a quick break for some food, but yeah, wanna get stuff done, you have to put the work in. I was able to finish one of the videos for the training course, so it's going to be a bunch of different videos all together into this package. But yes, it's very fun working on it, and some of these videos are like more stationary, but then as I get more into it, it's going to be more out on location, and you'll be seeing behind the scenes of all of that over the next few weeks. Today's positive quote is how the language of friendship is not words, but meaning. And the more I think about this, the more I realize how true that is. And it's kind of obvious, but it's just like kind of cool to think about, and how and I'm sure you can relate to this, but there's maybe certain sentences or certain hand gestures or whatever that only certain friends or your best friend or your best friends would understand. Literally nobody else on the planet would understand why that's so funny or what you mean by that. Like, I can think of some sentences or phrases that only like my two best friends would understand. Like, nobody else on the planet out of all the billions of people would understand. And it's almost as though you have like your own language with like a few of the people that you hang out with the most, in a sense, not completely, but like in a sense. So I just thought that was cool and wanted to share that quote phrase. It's not necessarily like a positive quote, but it's just like a quote stating something, and then it's kind of something that's cool to think about. So wanted to share that. On my last video, a few people were like, I want to see more surfing footage. So I have an idea of a surfing video that I could do, and at the beginning of this video I had a little surfing edit, but with the way my surfing footage normally is it's cut down to just like the best part. So maybe right when I catch the wave and do a turn, and sometimes if I fall, sometimes I don't always put every wipeout in. But depending on if you guys would be interested in this type of video, I could basically record an entire surf session. Maybe it wouldn't be like 2 hours, but maybe like I would do like a 30-minute session, 20 to 30-minute session where it's like a heat. I'm trying to catch as many waves as possible, and I could voice over the whole thing, but you would see the entire session. So if I were to fall, or if I wipe out, or whatever, it's all in the video. And whereas normally I just like cut out the best part, obviously that doesn't make sense for every vlog because that's a lot of just way too long. But for like one video, so you could like see an entire session. If you would be interested in that, just leave a comment below. Remember to keep always doing awesome stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.